Everybody to another episode of Come and Take It, where we break down the news stories today that's going to affect your world tomorrow. I'm Shyne, I'm your host. Today I'm joined by my boy Gutter. Gutter, what you got going on today, bro?
Good little fan, just chilling, man.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, bro. It's always good to see you, fam.
Yes,
We out
sir.
here
Yes, sir.
chilling, man. Do the same thing we do every day. We're going to go ahead and get into a couple of headlines. The first headline I want to talk about today
Right.
is Deion Sanders calls out 10 NFL teams for no shows at Jackson State Pro Day. Now, this first reaction without going into the article, I ain't gonna flex. I would think that 22 out of 32 teams ain't bad for
Right.
HBC.
You
You
worry
know
about the
what I'm
last
saying?
team?
I mean, it's his job, I feel, to try to get all of them there. So he probably just, you know what I'm saying? He doing what he have to do to try to get the most eyes on his players.
Right.
So I can't knock him for that. But just being on the outside looking in and having no kind of ties to any of this,
Mm-hmm.
I think getting 22 out of 32 ain't bad. Only way that you can tell me that that's bad is that all 32 teams go everywhere else. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Now, if all 32 teams go to every other college, you know what I'm saying? Which I got to doubt that that's
Happening.
happening. Yeah, man,
Right.
because it's a
Because I
lot of
understand, though, you had to
it's a lot of colleges out there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's a heap of 'em. And if 22 of them came, you know what I'm saying? I would, for one, think that ain't a bad ratio. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I do hope that one of his players and some other players from HBCUs are able to go ahead and get, drafted in the coming up
Right.
days. Just before I still get into the article, just getting some background on HBCUs. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there might not be familiar. I know most of y'all live, but I got to give an account for everybody. A
Right.
couple notable HBCUs out there: Howard, I think that's in DC. Spelman in Atlanta, Tuskegee, that's in Alabama. We got Morehouse, Hampton, Norfolk State, Clark, Atlanta, Florida A&M. That's just a few. That's some of the more well-known ones. We even got Fort Valley State right here in our own neck of the woods.
Right.
That's a historically black college and everything. I think they're a university now. I don't wanna undersell them. You know what I'm saying? And just to let you know some of the talent that have come from these HBCUs. Jerry Rice came from an HBCU.
Yeah.
Walter Payton came from an HBCU.
Good play.
Art Shell, you know what I'm saying? These are Hall of
All
Famers
of
we
them.
talking about. Right now, it might be about 4, 5, maybe 5 players at the most from an HBCU that's on the NFL roster.
Right.
Like,
Literally.
yeah, I think it's making progress, man. I think it's making progress. And the thing that we got to do, man, and this is, we always asking for somebody to help us to come along to where we want to be. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, it's enough for us now that got enough financial backing that we ought to be able to support our own college, because you
Exactly.
don't think they support theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They send money back to universities and
Yeah.
stuff
No,
like
they
that. You
do.
know what I'm saying? They buy big buildings that universities got their names on it and
Exactly.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, even if you a person that didn't go to that school, if you're a person of African American descent, though, you know what I'm saying? And you done
Mm-hmm.
came into that kind of money, you ought to pick you a school. You know what I'm saying? And do that for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave a legacy for people. Black people ain't that worried about legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Other cultures, they worried about, you know what I'm saying, how they family name gonna be carried down to the generations, how they gonna be worried, how
Right.
they gonna be thought about and stuff. We ain't accustomed to that. We need to get on to that though. But it ain't our fault. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because for the longer we had no legacy to leave, they stripped up our history. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They told us we was nothing but slaves. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing you really want to pass along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't to knock nobody and no generation for what they did and what they didn't do. It ain't for that. It's just to say, nah, that we, stop looking back. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of the things I heard this dude on the podcast this morning say. I ain't gonna say like everybody else, we got this from slavery, because we need to stop saying that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody here can say that they are absolutely affected by slavery, because you never experienced it. Your
Right.
ancestors was. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And yeah, some of that stuff, some of that trauma do get passed down in your DNA, but you can still overcome that now. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of us that have overcame that now. We in positions to where we can reach down. And if you don't know how to reach down, hey, don't do the young dog try to go back to the hood because you see how that go. But you can goddamn you can invest your money in people by investing in these institutions and getting our facilities up to the same par as these other facilities. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't do it by yourself, but if you buy a building and then this next person buy a building and then these two people go in together and buy a building and y'all name will get put up there, man, it'll be beautiful, be there for years. People that ain't even never seen you do the thing that you got famous for doing or whatever you are known for. The people that don't even know that see your name there and they'll Google you. They'll want to know what you did. You know what I'm saying? They'll want to know you'll live forever. You'll live forever behind that, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna read the article. I know I done just been talking and talking and talking. 22 NFL teams attended Jackson State's Pro Day this week, but Tigers coach and Pro Football Hall of Famer Deion Sanders criticized those who didn't send representatives to scout the HBCU stars. The Tigers held the workouts for NFL decision makers on Monday in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi, boy. I bet you some racist stuff went on there back in the day. But that's Mississippi, boy. The only thing I ever really know about Mississippi was Mississippi burning and David Bell. You know what I'm saying? Now I know my boy Carlo Miller from there, man. I've been a fan of Carlo Miller so long, man. I ain't know nothing about it. Miley Knight in the 85 South Show to really put him up Front Street, and you're able to learn more about him. That guy, he talented. You know what I'm saying? It's just some people that I just feel like talented in what they do. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? He our generation DL. You know what I'm saying? The DL really on the older generation, a little bit older than me. You know what I'm saying? He was telling jokes. I was little. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. DL was on Comic View. I was young as hell. You know what I'm saying? Man. I mean, we used to sneak and watch it. They didn't even know we were watching Comic View back there. But DL was old and he'll give us a joke to take to school. We can jank hell out of somebody. But Carlo same way, man. I fuck with Carlo, man. 10 of those teams are missing, Sanders told the NFL Network when asked about the NFL representatives in attendance. Don't think I ain't gonna call you out. You 10 that's missing, if I catch you at Mississippi State or Ole Miss, it's gonna be a problem. That's all I'm going to say. Come on, Dion, man, you ain't in the streets, man. That sound like something that somebody in the street gonna say. Didn't Dion used to be a preacher? I thought Dion was preaching back in the day, man. I know you're a Christian man, know if nothing else. Man, come on, man. We man, but I know that our goal is to get to the NFL, but ain't nobody even talking about that USFL thing they finna kick out, man. You know, if they don't pick you here, go here, and then get there. If you good enough, if you making enough noise, they'll come get you, man. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Channing. I can't remember what Channing last name is. I don't want to. That might be his last name. I don't know, but he be on the podcast online, and I be checking them out too. And he was saying about how that's why he don't think you can make it from an HBCU because you don't get the exposure that a Power Five conference get you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't on TV every Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Now Dion now did put them people on TV a lot more this last year because I kept seeing their games pop up all the time. You know what I'm saying? But historically, you really weren't gonna get on TV like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the way they look at it, you playing against inferior competition if you playing in that conference. So Dion really have to schedule his team to go against some big time teams and take a chance at possibly getting the flow mocked up with him. Or, you know what I'm saying, y'all might be able to win. But I mean, if you gonna keep telling people that your program is on the same tier as these people in that program, you got to go out there on the field and prove it. You got to play Alabama. You know what I'm saying? You got to play Mississippi State. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to schedule them folks, and then they'll see. You know what I'm saying? If you want them to get on TV, I promise you, if you play Mississippi State or Ole Miss, you'll be on TV. You know what I'm saying? And from that point on, if y'all win, then man, shoot, the ball ain't your coat from there. I wouldn't do it till I was ready. You know what I'm saying? You got to know you got the right team to go on ahead and set that thing out to do it with. But Yeah, man, I wish him the best out there though, 'cause Lord knows I'd love to see that thing get revived, man. Back in the day when we had no choice but to go to HBCUs, it was a vibrant place. People was going from there to the NFL a lot. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But you know, man, people want that experience, man. People want to be in front of 50,000, 60,000 people every Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? People want you don't grow up in today's time watching Howard play football. You don't grow up
Mm-hmm.
watching them people play football. You know about the college, you know what I'm saying? You know about the step shows and
Yeah.
everything. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? You know about the band weekend and everything, the battle of the band. You know about all that. But as far as watching them folk play football, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I didn't even know they had a team till recently. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like just being real, just being 100% real and transparent. I didn't even know they had a team. I knew Fort Valley had a team. Now, don't get me wrong. I knew about Fort Valley had a team, but I ain't never seen the Howard team on TV. I ain't never seen the Norfolk State team on. I ain't never seen it, me personally. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't the biggest sports fan now as I used to be, but when I was scanning the TV for them games all the time, I just didn't see
They
them.
were never there.
They wasn't out, man. And so, man, you really asking a person to give up something. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, to go work with Dion, that's one thing. But then you're taking a chance that they might not see you. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? You can be fine, you can be great, but if don't nobody see you, I mean, what good is that? I wish him the best though, man. We got to do better about supporting communities and stop asking the government and everybody else to help us with our community. You know what I'm saying? We at a point now we ought to be able to grab them bootstraps that they were telling us to grab. Y'all be able to grab them and do something, man. You know. Dion also said that he want to see they schools represented at the draft. He want to see a couple players get invited to the draft, and he want the kids to see it. He want them to feel it. He want them to touch it. And I feel his sentiment now. I feel where his heart is at with
Right.
this.
Boy had a nice dream
I,
then.
I mean, it's beautiful.
Right.
But if you get them kids to go there and they don't get their name called, it's gonna be devastating. I think that's worse than not being invited to go there and
Mm-hmm.
have to sit there and watch everybody else get their shit and then
You there, you think your name might get called.
don't invite me or y'all ain't gonna pick me. You know what I'm
Don't do
saying?
that.
No, don't have me up there and the camera keep spanning to me and everybody looking at me.
I told my whole family I'm going to.
No, man, don't do that. I'd rather sit at home and watch it on TV and on the couch and shit. So if I don't get called, I can just go in my room and cry by myself. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put nobody in that position up there. 'Cause the draft is so unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you know for sure that this team is really hard looking at your player to draft him, and you know if you're HBCU, the highest they're gonna probably draft him by fourth, fifth, sixth round. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if they drafting him that late, you ought to know for sure that this team say they're gonna draft him in the fifth round. You know what I'm saying? You done got some kind of ear to the street. You know it. But other than that, man, please don't subject them kids to that kind of disappointment if it's gonna be disappointment. That could ruin a brother whole goddamn life, man. You know what I'm saying? You done got yourself hyped up, got yourself looking good, you're fresh, man. You're up here, you're on TV. Just to have them keep coming to your face every time somebody else get picked. Every time somebody else get picked, they come right back to your face.
Social media gonna get
Man, so
hell.
man, man, that ain't what but like I said, now I do understand where his heart at.
Me too.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I want them to feel it too if they gonna get picked.
Mm-hmm.
If they gonna get picked, I want them to feel it, but I don't want them to unnecessarily feel that hurt. Cause boy, we done seen the draft where people just slip. You know what I'm saying? When people just go to fouling farther than they were supposed to get picked and how sad they be looking. So man, oh, whoa. The 2022 draft runs from April 28th through the 30th in Las Vegas. Y'all tune in. It's probably going to be on one of them sports channels. I ain't never been a fan of watching that shit. I ain't even know. How I'm gonna do. Most of these people I don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna watch a whole bunch of college highlights real quick and see people call their name. Well, I might want to watch the first three. You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
I give them a good 5.
Maybe five. You know what I'm
Look, a
saying?
couple of minutes in between when they pick. That shit
And,
real.
and once somebody else done got down and found something else on TV,
It's over with.
it's a wrap. Don't
over
let
with.
nobody hit me up for no 2K, anything like that. It's a wrap.
Understand that.
It's a wrap, man. We're gonna move on to the next story this morning, man. Our next story comes out of the city of Chicago. Shot time.
Yeah, man.
Get them country niggas nothing. Get them country niggas
Nothing.
nothing. On parole for stabbing boyfriend to death, Chicago woman charged with stabbing new lover out the breakup.
Good. That's
You,
her thing,
man, that was what happened to the first boyfriend. He was trying to leave, man. You can't leave this woman here, man. She done put that thing in stone. You know what I'm saying? No, who you think you is, man? God, she is not playing the radio by that. Once you call yourself her man, you her man. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna switch up after that? That's how she don't understand that. That thing don't compute with her, man. I thought that was wild, but she just right. And we know you talking to folk when you first meet them, you know what I'm saying? I know I do. I be talking. I talk a lot when I first meet you. I want to know as much as I can. So by the time I done dug and find out you done got out of prison not too long ago, I'm gonna want to find out why. I find out you done stabbed your last boyfriend, I'm gonna be like, shit, hold on, man. No, can't we just be friends? Goddamn, can we talk for a minute? I don't need that kind of trouble in my life, man. Oh my God.
Man, people break up with you, you want to stab.
You just gonna and then man, do you see that smile she got on her face, dog? She look like the booty bandit as a female. You know what I'm saying? She look like dude that likes syrup. Look
Like you.
and I want you.
I want you.
That how she be getting these boyfriends. These men don't be going into that thing willingly, man. She just been a roll up on them. Hey, look at him. I like you and I want you. We can do this thing the easy way or the hard way. Less than 2 years after being paroled in the fatal stabbing of her then boyfriend, a 55-year-old woman has been accused of stabbing another man in the neck after they broke up earlier this month. She go for the kill, dog. She go for kill shot. She ain't going to hurt you. Goddamn, she was good with getting another body on her list. You know what I'm saying? She was good with clocking up another body today. You know what I'm saying? She ain't give a damn. Man, Veronica Wilson from South Austin, y'all. Ever find yourself in South Austin that don't sound like a place you want to be? Please lock your doors and get on somewhere now. Man, you don't want to run into her or none of her people. I believe they already. She was arrested Friday and charged with felony counts of attempted murder and domestic battery in the March 5th attack in West Garfield Park. I done heard something about Garfield Park. I think one of them rappers be talking about Garfield Park. Dirt, Dink, one of them rappers. They be talking about Garfield Park. I think they be kicking it there. So which means there's probably some shit going on now. During Wilson's initial court hearing Sunday, Cook County prosecutor Tom LaHood explained that she and the 43-year-old victim ended their intimate relationship last month, but continued dating until shortly before the stabbing. So he broke up with her but kept fucking. Right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go and keep it 100 right here on this come and take it thing. You know what I'm saying? He broke up with her, but she kept getting in the ass. You know what I'm saying? The hood said after breaking up, they walked to a park, hung out for a few hours. They went and stood in the alley for a minute. Then she asked him to walk her to the corner, and he said, "Nah." That don't sound. Somebody left some parts out of that story. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some. Yeah, and now I don't want to go to the corner. You know what I'm saying? You just asked her to go to the corner, so you know. I don't know, man. During a brief altercation, Wilson lunged at Smith. Now, who is Wilson? Who is Smith? Now, Wilson is the woman. Okay, Wilson lunged at him and stabbed him above his collarbone. And people gathered to help the man's brother rush to his side and put a towel around. That was saying his life. He was dead. She was finna kill that nigga by not walking to the corner.
He want to leave his brother hot fight. That's why he want to go to that corner.
And that what that was. He already felt something finna go down. Yeah, man. Yeah. She had the knife.
She knew the knife. Like Eddie Murphy. Want the knife.
He didn't want to. The victim was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital and was later transferred to Northwestern Memorial. He had to go undergo 2 surgeries. In addition to the stab wound in his neck, he lost feeling in his left arm. After she was taken into custody, she said her ex-boyfriend and his brother identified her as the assailant from her booking photo. Man, they say the similarities are just striking. They striking. They say this is damn near identical to the way she did Mr. Bryan, her former boyfriend. When Brown accused her of cheating during an argument, she left their Southside apartment. He came behind her. Brown tried to get her to come back home. She walked a few more blocks and then stabbed his ass 3 times. That's why Buddy didn't want to go to the corner. You know, hey, man, you fight. If you go with her to the corner, she gonna stab the shit out you. She did went home but later returned to the scene and went through his pocket. And then, without rendering aid, she was found guilty of second-degree murder.
The police still ain't got that yet, man. You know, did we always came back to go through the pocket. Where the police at?
Oh man. They say she lived with her daughter and take care of her 4 grandchildren. She is currently unemployed and had no money to post bail. Oh man, they noted that Wilson was already on parole and allegedly carried out the unprovoked attack. Man, yeah. Yeah, we hope Buddy pulled through now. No doubt about it. We hope Buddy pulled through. Man, you better start Googling these bitches you date, man. God damn, you better start Googling them, man. See if they got a newspaper report out somewhere, man.
That's what you like to do. You like to stab.
Man, soon as we don't agree on something, you gonna stab shit at me, man. And I ain't gonna agree all the time, man. That's just me. I know I ain't gonna agree all the time. Oh man, yeah, we like I say, we pray for old buddy. We hope he able to do his thing, get back out there and do a Google search on the net bit. All right, now breaking news, breaking news. The United States doesn't have funds to buy a 4th vaccine dose for everybody if it's needed. Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, we need that Ukraine with some of that money back.
Man, we need a refund, man. They say the United States does not have enough funding to purchase a 4th vaccine for every American. Though the White House has enough doses to cover a 4th shot for Americans over 65 and the initial recommended regimen for kids under 5, they say they cannot place advance orders for vaccine doses for people in other age groups unless lawmakers pass a stalled $15 billion funding package. Now, they done stalled on this $15 billion, but they shot that 13.9 to Ukraine like it wasn't that. All we needed was 1.1 more billion. We'd have been there. Right. You know, they can probably find that in their sofa. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty they can go up under the couch and look all around the house. They'll be able to find that other billion and some change. Right now, we don't have enough money for 4th doses, even if it's called for. That's what COVID response coordinator Jeff Zients told Andy Slavitt. They're gonna be on another podcast. They say we don't have the funding, and if they need to have a variant-specific vaccine, they ain't gonna have the money for that either. It has yet to be determined whether a 4th dose will essentially be needed, but officials warn they need to move preemptively if that was the case. Because if they don't do it preemptively, it's going to be like it was last time, and they're going to make you shut up in the house, and y'all going to go to complaining again, and then it's going to be trouble, and then white folk going to get out of hand, black folk going to get high. There's just going to be a lot going on. They say they would need to purchase another 750 million more doses to cover all Americans.
Yeah, man.
I just don't know when they're gonna start getting our shots, man. That's my biggest, my biggest thing that I'm worried about. Like, first you told me 1 shot, then you told me a booster, then you told me 2 shot, then you told me another booster. I mean, I don't know how many shots we're gonna end up with, man. You know what I'm saying? My arm can't take all them shots, but I don't want all that stuff in my body, man. I don't know what it is, man. I do enough damage to it myself. I don't need nobody else helping me out with that right now. You know what I'm saying? Shoot,
I feel you, man.
we gonna move on. I just thought, excuse me, y'all. I feel like I needed to share that with y'all, man, because I like to let y'all know how your money being spent. You know, you pay your taxes, and if you like me for the longest, you never really thought about where that money was really going and what it was really doing. But you know, now I be wanting to know, man. I want to know where my money going and what am I funding and who I need to vote for to make sure my money gets spent the right way and everything like that. Because you know, man, we gotta live in the country together, bro.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? And shit, I think my voice ought to be heard. I spend enough money for it to be heard. I think your voice ought to be heard. You spend enough money for it to be heard. We all make this country do what it do. And a lot of us give our voice up because we lazy. At the end of the day, it don't take that much time for you to go ahead and go down there and make your voice heard. A Georgia sheriff officer is accused of using company funds to pay his power bill, and now he is facing several charges. Boy, that nasty.
Yeah, man. You know, when I was
Man,
working at the prison, right?
uh-huh.
We had this officer. He used to like on the weekend fill up all the vans, outside detail vans and stuff.
Get in the car.
And get him a car, go to the gas station. He'll call his wife, come fill up her car, go back and get the other car, bring that on.
Like, how do you folks think you're gonna get away with stealing from the prison and the kind of yeah, like the police, they whole job is to catch.
And they got somebody, they count the receipts. They see the receipts and the money they adding up. So we gotta figure out where everything going.
Next thing you know, you involved in a sting. They got there, they watching you. Because they gonna let you keep getting that gas a couple more times. Yeah, they gonna let you keep hanging yourself. You gonna think you still getting away with it, it's all cool, but nah, they getting the evidence that they need. Just knowing you did it ain't never enough. They gotta prove it, so they gonna let you do it a couple more times.
Make sure we keep the same trail going on.
Yeah.
Okay, we got you.
Now we got you. Greed is what gets you fucked up. You can always get away with damn near anything. It's when you get greedy and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. It ain't too much in the world you can't get away with. You do it one time. You know what I'm saying? That's why you're gonna do something, you need to do it big. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get away with damn near anything one time. It's when you got to go back and do it again that it become a problem. You know what I'm saying? But before then, man, you ain't got no worries. Sergeant Cody Waters was fired from the Floyd County Sheriff's Office after he inappropriately converted funds from one of our bank accounts and used them for his personal use. Waters was arrested Monday, March 21st, and charged with theft by taking and financial transaction card fraud. He's also charged with violating his oath of office. That's why I ain't want to become a police, because I ain't never want to get caught with violating my oath of office. You know what I'm saying? And I knew I was going to violate my oath of office, you know what I'm saying? I knew that without a shadow of a doubt that I was going to violate my oath, man. And that's why I wasn't taking it. I took one oath on the job, man. That was military style. I wasn't doing that shit no more ever in life, bro. Like, I was never going to sign up for another job where I could die. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was the way I was thinking about that thing. I ain't want to take it. Now, man, when I first came home from the military, man, all of them called me, dog. Prison, the sheriff departments. They were calling left and right, man. They were calling left and right, and I'm chomping them all. Yeah. I'm chomping them all left and right, man. I don't want no part of this. I want to be a street nigga. Man, I put myself behind the eight ball about 5, 6 years, but I had a lot of fun. No cap, but I had a lot of fun. The GBI stepped in at the request of the sheriff's office and noticed irregularities in one of the agency's financial accounts. Right. Waters was in charge of the office's drug awareness and education fund and used a debit card associated with the account to pay his Georgia Power bill on January 14th. Man, my January 14th bill was high hell too. I remember that bill there, buddy. That was bife, and that was right before they went over the switch to the next year where they do your cycle over, man. Yeah. Oh, that bill that was busting, boy. Damn, he looked at that something and said, I got it. It's unclear how much money he ended up taking. I can tell y'all that bill was high. Yeah. They still ain't man. They're extremely disappointed that that occurred in their agency. The police always seem like they so disappointed when stuff happen over there, man. Like we disappointed too, man. Like we expect. I really, man, I expect more from these motherfuckers than I expect from a normal person, man. If you the police, I expect you to be on the highest standard of morality, and if you ain't that, you don't need to be the police. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's the
you
perfect
are.
world.
Man, you are given so much power and control over the citizens. Like you a nasty motherfucker. You fuck your whole community up. You know what I'm saying? The morale low. Don't nobody really want to do shit because they know this nasty bastard around the corner locking people up for no good. Floyd County right over there by Alabama. Did you see what Buddy looked like, man? Buddy looked pissed off in his mug shot. Like he didn't want to. He never thought that day was coming. You know what I'm saying? He did not think that he was gonna goddamn get arrested at all. I don't know why he didn't think so, but he didn't think so. We're gonna move on to our next story, man. With Ted Cruz asked to Kentanji Brown Jackson if she thinks babies are racist. They asked some of the stupidest shit to our people, man. All right, what the fuck? Just on the real, what the fuck this got to do with anything, man? Ted Cruz is he just a different dude, man, and it say a lot to me about Texas that they keep electing this dude, him man, because he been on he been just seen as like a problem for a long time, and they just every time I turn around, he's still there. And like man, he got reelected again. Like they been talking shit about this man on TV religiously for years, and they keep voting back in, man. I guess because he the only Republican running. I don't know. Like I told you, man, we so busy being in different gangs and tribes in this country that we don't take time to think out for ourselves how we really feel. We'll vote against our own interests just to stay in our same tribe that we're in. We'll say we're Republican, we'll say we're Democrat, but how about being a person that think for themselves? You know what I'm saying? So I don't like the fact I always thought this was fucked up, and this is my time to sit up on this soapbox and say it. I think this is messed up. When I go vote for somebody, if I'm listed as a Democrat, they don't even give me no fucking Republican choices.
Right.
All I get is a list full of Democrat motherfuckers. But what if I got Democratic tendencies, but I identify as a Republican? You know what I'm saying? Everybody able to identify now, so you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got some. Well, I already got no Democratic tie. You know what I'm saying? My mama a Democrat, my grandma a Democrat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That pretty much made me a Democrat. But I identify
Right.
as a whole Republican. You know what I'm saying? I identify as a rich white man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not waiting on my money to come on in. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm waiting on. Cause they say if you identify as, you can be. So
I'm a rich white man.
hey man, that's how I feel every day as I walk down popping my shit. You know what I'm saying? On the second day of the judge's confirmation hearing, this dude done asked her all kind of questions. You know they really mad about that critical race theory. They don't want their children knowing that their ancestors were some pieces of shit. And I said it, goddamn it. And anybody that do as much killing and brutalization and erasing people's history and stuff like that, if I just told you that somebody did, if I told you Russia did that, y'all would be pissed the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Did it. Everybody got their own way of trying to turn their head and look the other way about the shit. But if any other country was accused of the things that America's accused of, America send their army over there. America, Quag.
With $15 million.
With $15 million and then tell us they broke. Nigga, that's the word, man. You ever had your mom give a motherfucker $20 then tell you she ain't got no money? Oh, nigga, you just gave that motherfucker no $20. God, but yeah, man. It just why, man, that this man continues to get elected. These people fighting so hard to make sure that they babies don't find out the real truth. And the thing see, this is what they do, man. This is what they do. Marketing is a motherfucker.
Right.
Marketing is everything, man. See, they take a good democratic policy like health care for everybody. But we gonna call it Obamacare to make a lot of people not like it. You know what I'm saying? They'll take this and call it critical race theory when all it is actual American history. If you call it critical race theory, though, you'll get people to be like, "No, I don't want them teaching that." No. But if you just tell them, "No, this just the truth."
Yeah.
Ain't nobody going around corners telling lies or nothing. This is just teaching your kids the truth that we held back from you. And the reason why they gotta teach your kids the truth, not because your ass didn't have Google.
Right.
These kids got Google. They go to school and tell the teacher she a lie. So what she supposed to do when she's sitting up there trying to tell them this manufactured story of Thanksgiving, but they done already seen it on Google. They know what really happened. They know the truth of the situation. They know how many people were slaughtered and murdered and everything. They know already before they even get in the classroom. But you're gonna put this teacher in a position to where she got to have conflict with them because they telling her one thing, she trying to teach them another thing. They just trying to get them telling the truth. And if you're so ashamed of the truth, do some. It's like the baby said, do some. If you so ashamed of it, anything I'm ashamed of, I want to make amends for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to just walk around with the shame all on me. You know what I'm saying? I want to get it off of me, make my amends so I can move on. And that's the reason why it's such a big problem. They never made amends. You know what I'm saying? And they know they ain't never made amends. And that's why the shame stay on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the shame gonna continue to be on them. But Cruz will attend a law school the same time as Jackson. Opened by asking Jackson if the judge agreed with the Martin Luther King. Boy, they love throwing Martin Luther King out there to you, boy. They love throwing that nigga out there to you, boy. I tell you, when they get ready to say some fucked up shit, they gonna pull Martin Luther King out there ass real quick and sit him up front first. Man, quoting that he hoped his children will one day live in a nation where they will be judged by the color, will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Hell, everybody fucking agree with that, but we don't fucking live there.
Right.
And that's the thing y'all don't understand. Like a lot of white folk really did believe, man, we had a black president who ain't a black president, but we had a black president. God, because if a nigga raised with it more, he would it more is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the bottom line, goddamn. He got his more culture, he got his more way of thinking. He is more child. You know what I'm saying? But they get it confused that we had Barack Obama as president, and they think, oh, that proves racism's gone. Oh, that proves. Nah, man. Nah, man. Goddamn. You know, white women always have been a stickler for a black man that wear tight pants. You know what I'm saying? They voted for that. They did that. White men didn't vote for Barack like that. You know what I'm saying? He had all black folk, most other minorities, and white women. You know what I'm saying? That's who he had. And that's what won the election for him. And then he came back and did something for everybody who won the election for him. Except for the black folk. Same shit Joe Biden doing something for everybody who goddamn voted for him, except the black folk. As far as I know, the lynching bill is still on his desk. I done lost count of the days now. I done lost count. I don't know how many days we going on now, but the lynching bill is still on his desk as we speak. I don't know if he trying to wait on goddamn Malcolm X's birthday or what. I don't know what he trying to wait on to do this thing. Do we want to have a cookout for it? Yeah. Like I don't know what we waiting on, but apparently we still wait. That's what he gonna do, man. They gonna drop it out. He gonna have Charleston White cut the ribbon on that bitch. You motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's how he gonna do that. But after Jackson said she did agree, he began questioning her about the New York Times 1619 project. She Cruz raised the 2020 speech Jackson gave at the University of Michigan, in which he described the 1619 project as provocative and its creator, Nicole Hannah Jones, as an acclaimed investigative journalist. It's not something I studied. It doesn't come up in my work as a judge, Jackson said of the 1619 project. Jackson similarly said she doesn't believe critical race theory is taught in school, but she hasn't studied it and that she's never relied on the theory in her judicial philosophy. Cruz later shifted his attention to Georgetown Day School of Washington, D.C. private school where Jackson serves as a board member, and which she previously praised for its commitment to fostering critical thinking, interdependence, and social justice. Man, these folk, man, they get our people up there in front of them cameras and they try to throw them off, man. Jackson then provided Cruz with a brief history of the school, opened in 1945 as DC's first racially integrated school, nearly 10 years before Brown versus the Board of Education. The idea of equality, justice is at the core of the school, she said, and it's a private school, so that every parent who joins the community does so with the understanding that they're joining a community that is designed to ensure that every child is valued. I want to send my child. She make it sound good. I ain't gonna care. Cruz then produced a number of books he said were either assigned or recommended at the school. A book called Anti-Racist Baby, the author of the children's book, historian Ibram X. Kendi, he said it was conceived as a tool to be able to talk about being anti-racist with my young daughter. Cruz told the hearing it had been assigned to preschoolers at the school. Cruz then asked Jackson, "Do you agree with this book that babies are racist?" Senator Jackson said, "I do not believe that any child should be made to feel as though they are racist or that they are not valued or less than victims or oppressors. I don't believe in any of that." Jackson then clarified that she understood Cruz's question on whether critical race theory was being taught in K through 12 schools to pertain to public schools and insisted that Georgetown School Board does not interfere with curriculum. But she was on it, but she was hitting him. He was trying to hit her too though. I'm talking about, man, some is it ain't like she wrote the book. You know what I'm saying? Like a school that she is on the board or had they kids read a book. And this is what you choose to grill the lady that could become Supreme Court. Like, shouldn't you want to know how she feel about a certain law? Shouldn't you want to know how she feel about certain policies instead of worrying about these white people so goddamn they so insecure, man, and I don't know why, cause they got everything, and it be the rich motherfuckers. It be the ones that done had everything since the day they were born. Ted Cruz looked like his fingernails been manicured since he was 3 years old. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never had a hard day in his life. He went to Harvard Law. Everything been good to him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if he done ever goddamn checked his last name out, man. He act like he don't like immigrants. He a fucking Cruz. That ain't no American last name, man. You got some Mexico in you somewhere, man. Then you from Texas too. You got a heap of Mexico in you. Better, man, you gonna put the wall up and leave your cousins over there. You selfish motherfucker. And then you got the nerve to be talking about our people, man. Mm, mm, mm. We're gonna move on, man. My boy R. Kelly said he's still out there being Robert, man. R. Kelly done serenaded an inmate's daughter with a love letter from jail. That's alright, man. R. Kelly may be behind bars, but he's not letting a jail cell stop him from busting out one of his biggest hits. The video gone viral and showed us the disgraced singer serenading. Man, don't call that man just a singer, man. He ain't disgraced. Don't nobody give a fuck, man. We all knew he was fucking goddamn them young goddamn folks, man. Who didn't know that? God, y'all, man, everybody want to act like shit. Who didn't know Aaliyah was young? Man. Who didn't know that shit, man? Who didn't? And came out with this song. Man, that R. Kelly wrote. Know what I'm saying? Like, man, come on, man. And them parents was taking them children to R. Kelly. R. Kelly wasn't goddamn out there in a white van snatching folks up, goddamn going down. No, man. Y'all act like R. Kelly was in the white van, man. Shit. On back to this, man. The woman captured the video where your dad goes to the same prison as R. Kelly. The video showed the woman chatting to R. Kelly on the phone and she asked the musician to sing a song to her. R. Kelly asked what song she want. She told him love letter. R. Kelly went ahead and did the thing, boy. She did the thing. R. Kelly, we ain't gonna talk bad about Kelly in my story. You know what I'm saying? They were finna go into all the stuff he was found guilty of. I ain't studying that right now, man. You know what I'm saying? He did the thing, you know. I ain't not somebody happy, man. I'm glad R. Kelly was able to reach out to somebody and make their day, man. Goddamn. He need to start selling that, man. People pay for that, man. Yeah. Goddamn, R. Kelly sang to you on your birthday. Goddamn, shit. Fuck you, man. That nigga still perform. Kelly, I be your manager. Turn up, man. Goddamn, that's gonna be about it for today, man. You got anything to say to the people? Go. Man, hump day. Hump day, boy. It's a rainy day, boy. We gonna goddamn get up out of here, man. We gonna holler at y'all. Y'all take it easy. God bless you. Good day.